What is going on, guys? Foggy here. I've done this commentary so many times through before, and this is my last take. I'm not doing it again. This is a really long video. I just keep messing it up over and over and over. Um, yeah, so this is my last time taking it. I have a whole script written down. I just keep messing it up every time. Okay. Now, before I start, I want to say that I know in my last commentary I said I was going to upload frequently, and I just decided not to rush into things and upload when I have a topic and I want to talk about something that I really want to talk about, and I just want to slowly get into commentaries, not push myself and rush myself and just upload crappy videos, because I know right now I'm not very good at commentaries and I really want to get into them, but like I said, I really don't want to rush myself. I want to take my time. So the topic today is just variety and originality in montages, but not just montages, but video games as well, and movies and all that stuff. Just originality. So let's start with games first. Most games now are watered down first-person shooters, watered down sports games, or just driving games. And if the game is something other than that, it just has a bad story aspect to it. Now it's the same thing with movies too. The really good movies that win tons of awards, they just innovate in some way. They have a new story or plot that nobody has really ever thought of before. Most movies that come out today are just either movie remakes from older movies, movies based on books, superhero movies, stuff exploding, or the movie just sucks. You know, now the movies that don't fall into those categories are just ones that people really love, because it's something that hasn't been done before. People aren't used to seeing it, and it's just a nice breath of fresh air from all the other movies that are released. People love a good story, and that's why these movies are loved by so many people. It's a story that they haven't heard before, and that's why the movies that don't fall into those crappy categories, like I said, have a great story. They stand out so much from all the others. They just stand out so much. They just innovate so much, and all the other movies that come out now are just so. They're all the same. They're literally all the same. Now, games are exactly the same way. Games are usually first-person shooters that play and feel exactly the same. Racing games, they all feel the same. Now, I know that, all you're doing is just shooting or all you're doing is driving, but, it's way more than that. Either the gameplay is just like another game, like I said, about the movie. It's the same exact way, but, and has an incredible story. Games that win awards and games that people love innovate in some way, that is something new that people haven't played before. Or it has an incredible storyline that's so different from any game that has been done before. For example, BioShock Infinite and The Last of Us, those games have some of the best storylines I've ever seen from any video game. And you know why they won so many awards? Because of the amazing story. They also brought brand new gameplay mechanics. That it was just an all-around new experience that no game has ever done before. Now that brings me back to montages. Montages now are pretty much the exact same thing in every video. The same music, same editing, same sniping clips in pretty much every montage. Now, I'm not saying these videos are bad, because it takes a fair amount of skill to hit these clips like that, and I know that they're in the same place for hitting clips like that. I'm not saying they're bad. But what I'm trying to say is that people need to change stuff up. Have some red gun clips in there once in a while, some nice shots, some nice trick shots mixed in there with the sniping clips, so you don't have a nice, enjoyable montage. I myself am only able to watch like a 3 to 4 minute montage or video of just sniping clips or just trick shots, because I get so bored. I need to have a nice balance of the two to make for an enjoyable montage. I hate when people do this, but I hate comparing montages from a few years ago to now, because I know times have changed. But back in 2010 or 2011, the montages had some variety to it. And those are the montages that are the most enjoyable to watch, in my opinion. Those are the ones that they have variety to it. They have a mix of sniper clips and red gun clips, some cool shots and, no scopes and all that. But, players like Small Beans and Fuzzy Killer, all the montages on Top Notch on multimedia are the ones that pretty much inspired me to make montages in the first place. Small Beans had the most unique montages and the best editing that was just so upbeat, and nobody had really done editing and montages like that other than him. That's why people loved his videos so much. Same with Fuzzy Killer. He made some of the most enjoyable videos out of anybody, in my opinion. He had the perfect balance of awesome sniper clips and amazing red gun clips and shots. That's why he stood out so much to people, because he had so much variety. In his montage, he had so much variety, and it kept it entertaining throughout the entire video. Same with Grizz. Grizz he's probably the only person right now that does that. He puts so much variety. People don't really like him for it, because some of the players now have the highest standard of sniping clips out of, I've ever seen. But, like I said, they don't put any variety. It's just sniping. That's it. That's why I like Grizz so much, because, he's like the only one now that does that. He's probably the only person, I think, that I can think of that actually does that on the newer Call of Duties. He's the only one that puts any variety into it at all. I don't know. He just keeps it entertaining throughout the whole video. In returning to montages now, like I said with Grizz, most montages now are pretty much the same thing every single video. The same sniping clips in the same spots, with the same kind of music, the same kind of editing. Now, like I said, I'm not saying these people are bad, because they aren't bad in the slightest. I'm just saying that montages need some variety and diversity to them. I know that people have standards set to their videos, but it's still nice to see some change in montages every now and then. I myself am going to try to put some diversity into my videos, but still try to make it a good video, because sometimes when people try to put diversity into their videos, in my opinion, it just falls flat. And they got the diversity on point, but the sniping clips just aren't the greatest, guys. Seriously. But I'm gonna try to have them have good sniping clips with diversity in them, and I'm not promising anything since I snipe 95% of the time, just like everybody else. But I'm gonna try my hardest to make my episodes or montages as enjoyable and diverse as possible. Not just sniping. I'm gonna try to put other things in there, like maybe some red gun clips or some nice shots. But like I said, I'm not promising anything since that's not the easiest thing. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I don't know how long the video is, because I probably talked for a really long time. I wrote a lot of stuff down, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to say today, guys. I don't know when my next video is gonna be uploaded, because like I said, I'm just gonna take my time. I'm gonna upload something whenever I feel like it, whenever I have an idea or something. Yeah, I'm also working on a video right now. I don't know when it's gonna be out. I have no idea. I already have a song and stuff picked out. I already have all the clips edited that I have right now. I'm just gonna add clips in whenever I get them. I know that's probably not the best idea, since I'm probably rushing myself when I do this, but like I said, I'm gonna try to make the video as diverse as possible and make it really enjoyable. Yeah, like I said, that's all I really wanted to say. See ya.